Hello and welcome everyone into daily stock market update. This is Big Bull here. Today we're going to look into some of the main ETFs and some of the watches that I made for tomorrow. So let's get right into it. The first thing first, we're going to look into SPY. It did break a downtrend as expected from yesterday, and ABC is in play for wave 4. I do expect some more upside going into tomorrow into this 30-minute SPY, which is around 432 34 level. If price rejected this level, then I'm expecting new lows. If price starts to break out this level, then I'm expecting a gap fill on this where we gonna get a nice, big short opportunity for a wave 5 down. So that's the key levels I'm watching on SPY for tomorrow. And then now let's over on to Qs. Qs just looks like a more simple following simple pattern, just sideways action from last couple of days. And then as long as price in this chart, I'm not gonna size in and on any trades, but I still expect this ABC to play out inside this box. And then same setup as SPY. 361.60 is a resistance here. I think we hit it tomorrow or by Wednesday, and then we start rejecting this one, and then targeting new lows. We break it, and then definitely this obvious gap fill in play, and then 367 would be my target where I would be start loading shorts for a wave 5 down, targeting new lows on tech 2. And then the third one is semis. Looking on the daily chart on the semis, it still looks like a head and shoulder breakdown retest is in play. But I'm also watching this daily supply on semiconductors. If we do get a push up into this daily supply, I think we can see a nice run up on some semis name. There are some AMD also in demand, and Nvidia is also in demand. So if those starts to bounce, I do think we can see a bounce into this daily demand on this semiconductor names by tomorrow or early Wednesday, followed by another dump. And then IWM, this is always watch it every single day. It's still now it's confirmed that we have this huge head and shoulder breakdown, and then this gap got filled, and then also ABC is done. If you see 100%, that was my first target for IWM. It did get hit today, and I think it's also ready for a small bounce to fill this small gap up, but and also bearish engulfing on some volume too. So if low holds today, I do expect a bounce in the small caps, filling this gap, and then heading back lower to my ultimate target of 170 and 165 on IWM. Heading over to ARC, we have this, it broke this massive level prior, and then also retested it and closed red on that day with this doji looking candle after bearish engulfing on Friday. So for going into tomorrow, I'm watching Friday, today's lows. If it starts breaking today's lows, I think names like Roku, Coin, we can see more dump in those names too. But looking at the bigger picture here on ARC, also a massive bear flag breakdown. ABC is done, so I do think if looking like on the ABC, this looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves downs. Almost done here. A bounce, and then a bear flag consolidation followed by a huge dump for wave 3. That's what I'm looking forward to. By probably in mid October or after the October OPEX ends. So one of the weakest names out there, one of the is the S&P Regional Banks ETF, as expected. Again, a bounce on this one. Bullish engulfing today on some, not so much volume, but it's still average volume on this one. Again, looks like most of the names formed a base today to break out, and then having some green for the next couple of days. Let's look into some hourly to see if we can find some key levels on this one. For this to bounce, it does look like a bear flag so far, but if you get a B wave down and then followed by another breakout, which will be a hourly structure break, and then we can go long on this one on regional banks. And then looking at XLF also looking like a hammer on the daily chart. But one thing to note on financial is that just like S&P, it did break this weekly low here, which means the weekly structure changed, daily structure changed. So I'm only going to be looking to sell the bounces on this one. So let's say if price wasn't, if price didn't break these lows today, then I wouldn't look for longs breaking this prior highs. But I do think price is not going to break these highs now because the daily structure changed, and Price did make a new lows on the weekly and the daily time frame. So any bounces, I'll still be looking to go short on XLF. Probably ABC is in play, and then it's going to hit my target of 31.70 in the next couple of weeks. Dow Jones, same thing as expected yesterday. Some volume came into this daily demand that we marked yesterday. So as expected, bounce of this level again. Is this a massive range breakdown retest? Probably wave two consolidation gonna happen here. Below 344. This is where I would like to reload shorts on the Dow Jones names. SWIX. So short VIX futures daily demand. As I updated to my team last night, that we can see a dump on SWIX this morning, and this morning exactly what happened. We dumped for a one more low on SWIX and bounced, followed by bounces in indices, and then we did trade it for 200% on our calls. Just using this SWIX alone, I will upload the recap for that trade later on today. So I'm done with my I'm done with my ETF list. Now let's move on to some of the key names that I'm watching into tomorrow. Let's look at Apple. Apple is not looking different than Qs. Still sideways action pretty much, but unlike Qs, I see a 2 hour demand on this one. I think ABCs also play in this one. And then someone asked me in the group, is that if you're looking to short Apple, but this is not the level where I would like to go short, where the risk to reward is pretty low for bears and bulls, unless price is in this 2 hour supply here. Then I'll add some shorts with the stop loss at 180 and 35. If we do break this level, then we also have another 2 hour supply right above on this zone here, where I will try the shorts again, targeting new lows here on Apple. And then the second one is, it's obvious, UPS. I'm looking at this one from past couple of weeks, and then I think we finally got a retest on this one of this massive monthly range break. If you can see on your left, there is literally zero support here on this one. Earnings also coming up for this one. Uh, Never mind, it looks like it's far. It's 26 October here. So retest we got on this one today on some volume too. So if let's say tomorrow's market week, then I'm watching today's lows on UPF. This will be my number one shot if we do break the lows on it, which is 152.90. I'm also targeting, if we break the lows, I'm targeting a massive dump to 145.80 levels. So definitely on high watch for a short for next couple of days on this. Chewy, one of the most hated names out there, but looks like it started to form a base on the daily chart, but still there is no buy signal on the daily chart. So I'll be careful going long on this one. But after a massive dump of 40%, I think is start ready to move up. So what I'm expecting from Chewy is, to go into this daily supply and then dump back down, and then that is where I expect a huge bounce on Chewy, followed by obvious another lows, because this big sell-off is gonna have some consequences. Price is gonna consolidate in the bear flag, dump it again, just like this prior uh, price action here, right? And then the another short that I'm watching into tomorrow is Fastly, is this huge uptrend breakdown followed by inside day, and then followed by double inside day actually. And then if we break the lows on this one, we have a massive gap to fill to the downside. If market is sideways today, or market is weak, then I'll be looking to short this name. I think this can give a nice 2 or 4 baggers tomorrow if it fills gap in 1 or 2 days. RCL, the bear pattern breakdown, and just in general, the cruise names and the airlines names are looking weak on every single time frame. But even though it looks like in this daily demand, but it did break below it, so I think this is not a valid demand anymore. So I am expecting a new lows on Royal Caribbean Cruises at 89.50 for support. If it breaks down, I'm expecting 87.48, and then 84.10 is my targets on this one. Snap is also looking weak out there. Snap is also looking weak out there. It's holding this 855 support. It has a small gap to fill, and then the next demand that I see is below around $8 and 7.90. So this is where I expect snap to go and bounce from here. You goes here and then bounce. I think these some of the short starts, gonna play out in the next couple of days. So these are some of the main setups I'm looking heading into tomorrow. So guys, that's all for today. If you guys like this video, subscribe and then like this video and then share with your friends and then turn on your notifications for everyday stock market update.